drop stitches add such a beautiful interest in your pattern. And this seafoam stitch is a garter stitch pattern that uses drop stitches of varying heights to create rippling waves. We'll go from solid to a two-tone and back again. I'm going to demonstrate how to make the seafoam stitch, and you can work it to create this infinity scarf right here. This is the Coral Breeze Infinity Scarf today on GoodKnit Kisses. Welcome to GoodKnit Kisses. We're all about helping you stitch your love and love your stitches. To get the pattern and charts for the Coral Breezes Infinity Scarf or see the seafoam stitch in a chart, please click on the link in the description below. To make the seafoam stitch pattern, you're going to need a loom and an appropriate gauge yarn, or maybe one that's just a little bit lighter for the yarn. I'm using the KB Looms Chunky Round Loom set. This is a large gauge 5/8 inch spaced loom, and there are 36 pegs here. I'm only using 26 pegs of it for this particular scarf. It is a 10+6 multiple, so if you want to keep that in mind, grab your tools and 2 contrasting colors of yarn, and we'll begin. The seafoam stitch is an 8-row repeat, and when you work in one color, it's totally reversible. When you get into the 2-color design, you're going to be working rows 1 through 4 in one color, and then you switch it up on rows 5 through 8 with color B. However, when you do that, the reverse side has a little bit of that color pop coming through on those purled stitches here. So that's the only difference in making a 2-color design. Again, it is a 10+6 pattern repeat. You can really tell it here on this 2-tone one. So every 10 stitches from here to here is your repeat. So you can see I have 1, 2 repeats, and then I have a +6. So you want to make sure that your loom is a multiple of 10 and divisible by 10, and then you're going to add 6 more stitches. All right, so you want to cast on and get your foundation row. I worked a chain cast on, and then I purled across to get ready for my first row. Let's dive into row 1. So pause your video, go ahead and cast on. You can put your slip knot here, make your chain cast on all the way to this side, and then purl and come back. And this is where I'm picking up on row 1. We're just going to be knitting across, and our knit stitches are going to be U-wrap. So we're going to take our yarn and wrap into the front like that, lift up and over to knit, and that is it. So knitting across 1 full row for row 1, and then row 2 we're going to be purling all the way back here. Pause your video and I'll meet you back up for row 3 where we will begin our first drop stitches. See you soon. I just have 2 stitches left in my purl row, so just in case you need to know how to purl again, we're going to place our working yarn down below this stitch here. Let me pick it up to show you. Put it down below. We're going to lift up or pull up like pulling a pearl from the ocean. Take off the old loop and put on the new loop and pull that and do the next one. Layer yarn below the loop on the peg, pull up a loop, lift off, and place back on. Okay, so row 3, we're going to begin by working the first 5 stitches. So we're going to knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to work our stitches called a KYO2X. What that means is you're going to knit the stitch, and then we're going to yarn over, so YO, twice, so 2 times, 1, 2. All right, now we're going to work our next stitch and we're going to knit it. So I just put it right in front here, knit that stitch, and now we're going to wrap it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Come over and work the next one. This one will be 4 yarn overs. So knit over, yarn over 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've been building up, and now we want to go back down, and we go back to 3, 1, to knit, and now 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work 2 yarn overs here. So we're going to knit 1 and then yarn over twice, 1, 2, and then now we're going to knit 5 here. So knit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So from the beginning of this knit stitch here all the way to this one here, this one here, that is our 10 stitch repeat, and so we're just going to repeat that one more time. I'm going to knit, and then yarn over twice, and then knit this next one, yarn over 3 times, knit the next one, yarn over 4, next one is back down to 3, and then we're going to knit this one and do 1, 2, okay, and then we're going to work the next stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this row we actually have 6. Okay, so we had that extra 5 in the very beginning, plus this extra one at the end gives us our plus 6. So we had 10 plus 6 on our multiple, and that's how we get that. So now we're going to work our way back. So that was a row 3. So now for row 4, this is where we need to take all of our drops off of the pegs, and you start getting this part coming, okay? So we're going to go ahead and purl these first 6 stitches here. I'll show you how to take the drops off, so go ahead and do that. Just pause your video as you need to. Okay, so I've purled 6, and I'm coming to my first one that has 2 yarn overs. I'm going to take the yarn overs off, just let them drop, and then we're going to purl this loop on here. Lift it off and place it back on and tighten that up. And now we're going to take off this next yarn over. Going to unwrap all 3 of those and purl that loop. Now that loop is going to be nice and loose. You can end up pulling this out later. It's not necessary to do it just now. Depending upon the system you like doing it, you could pull out all of your drop stitches first. So pull out the series of 5 here and then work across, whatever you like to do. Just keep in mind that these stitches are going to be loose here. And if you keep them not pulled out yet, then it won't be too loose when you start working across here. If you go ahead and pull them out now, because you're on the loom, it will make this stitch really big, and you have the potential to have all this fall off. So I recommend not pulling out these drops just yet until you've worked a row 5. You'll see what I mean on the next row. So go ahead and continue working all the way across, pause your video, and I'll meet you back up for row 5. We will work it as a color changing row, so if you want to get your next color yarn, go ahead and do so. See you soon. All right, so we're going to put in this next color. If you want to carry the yarn up the side and not cut your color, you can do that. However, you're going to have these big ladders here, and so the opposite color is just going to be poking out here. If you want to have a cleaner look, I suggest going ahead and clipping the yarn as I've done, and just start by having a nice loose tail here. I wouldn't put a slip knot on it. I would just leave it nice and loose, so if you need a longer tail there, that's fine. Go ahead and start working this next row, and all you're going to do is just knit across. So these first few stitches are going to be a little loose with your working yarn already being cut, and just pull on that strand and tighten it up. So go ahead and knit a row, purl a row, pause, and when you come back, we'll work on row 7. See you soon. All right, for row 7, as I promised, I talked about I would show you pulling these out. So now that these are nice and secure in here, we can pull on the few rows below with the drop stitches. So you can just kind of pull on your working project here, this knitting that's here, just pull that on out and you can see the drop stitches start to go. We're just going to kind of pull on these. You can see the row that I did several rows below and pull on this one. And you can see how it just makes it just drop instantly. You start gaining several inches here after a few of those rows have been pulled out. So go ahead and do that, and then let's do row 7. Now row 7 is going to start with that shift over of more yarn overs. You're going to have more on this row than you did before. So we're going to start with a knit yarn over 2 times first. So we're going to knit 1, and then yarn over twice. So 1, 2, knit the next one. You got it. Yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Knit the third one. Yarn over 4 times. And knit the fourth one. And we're going back down to 3. 1, 2, 3. Knit the 5th stitch. And yarn over twice. 1, 2. All right, and then now we're going to be knitting 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to repeat that section of 10 again. So we're going to knit 1, yarn over twice, and then knit 1, yarn over 2 times. If you lose your place, 3 times. If you lose your place, you can just count your yarn overs. You're always going to have 1 at the bottom and then just count that there's 2 up top. So this one looks like it has 3, but it's really 2 yarn overs on top. This one looks like it's 4, but it's just the knit at the bottom and then the 3 yarn overs. And then we'll come over here and do 4. So you're going to continue to repeat this. And then in the end of this one, you'll just have 1 knit stitch. So this one looks like there's just yarn over starting at the very end. So yours will go all the way down and then have 1 stitch remaining, and you're just going to knit that stitch. So let's look at what this looks like on the chart. Let's come over here, scroll to the bottom of my pattern. And what we have just done is we have worked this row. I'm right about right here. And you can see how my yarn overs very simply look like a 2 with a circle, a 3, a 4, back down to the 3, and then a 2. And then we knit across. And then we're going to have those series of 4 or 5 with the yarn overs. And then there's that last knit stitch I was talking about. Then your return row is a row 8. So you're going to work across and purl. Okay, and then that's it. That is the stitch repeat for that color. So you're only working 4 rows at a time for your second color. And then when you begin again, you can change your color and work that rows 1 through 4 to begin again, and then switch your color up, or you can just continue on making all rows 1 through 8 in the same color. And that's it. That's simply the project, and stay tuned. So after you do that, you're going to purl a row and then continue on. And if you'll stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to weave in these tails here. All right, we'll see you soon. So if you want to weave it in, you're going to come back through this color and start weaving the color back on itself through your garter stitches, and just come up and around following the stitch patterns that you see, just like that old candy, I think I call it ribbon candy. It goes up and around through here. So I'm just following the color that already exists. And then we'll come up once more. I'm going to go into this shorter part of the garter and not through these longer drop stitches. And back around. And then this should hold nicely, and then we'll just cut our yarn and be ready to go. So that's how you would weave in your tails for all these tails here. go ahead and finish weaving in all of your tails except for the one that you're going to use to connect the ends, and you'll be ready to go to block your work and then sew the seams up. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. For more tutorials like it, please be sure and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon to get more, or you can join as a member and get free PDFs of all patterns, or just subscribe to our newsletter and get notes of when everything comes out. Thanks for joining us today, where we help you stitch your love and love your stitches. See you again soon.